event today, tonight, wherever in the world you happen to be. And my name is Chuck Hansen, and hopefully you can see my screen and you can hear everything that I'm saying. So that's very good. So, hey, like the slide says, it's your time, right? And there's nothing better than to be here on your Financial Independence Day. And I said your Financial Independence Day. It's the world's Independence Day, but or the United States anyway. And little information about me. I owned a business for 16 years prior to my involvement in network marketing, now for over 31 years full-time. Made over $15 million. I built teams all over the world. I was semi-retired up until May of 2018, when Rick Gerals and Dave Jordan reached out to me and told me about an incredible product that I got excited about. I'm a Valentus triple diamond. That doesn't really mean much to you, but it means a lot to me. And so I want to say welcome again. It will be your Financial Independence Day if you pay attention to what I'm about to share. You're going to be able to cash in on two major billion-dollar industries and trends that are taking place. And it's going to be awesome. The next 3 to 5 years is going to be just absolutely awesome. So buckle up. We got a lot of information to cover in a very short period of time. Here's one of the things that I'm sure everybody's aware of, right? The average person doesn't make enough money. Duh, right? I mean, it's just like one of those. The average salary in America is $35,000 a year. Most people only make $1.4 million in their entire lifetime, about $17.50 an hour. And people wonder why they're in debt, right? Next 19 years, 10,000 people a day are going to turn 65, and half of them will have less than $10,000 saved for retirement. So there are going to be a lot of people working way past 65 just to go ahead and, be able to pay their bills for the next 20 years. The American household debt hit all-time high, $13.54 trillion the last quarter of last year. And one other thing is almost 75% of the population is overweight, so the bigger the problems, the bigger the opportunity. That's what I like to look at. The bigger the problems, the bigger the opportunity. So what we're going to talk about is a decision. You're only one decision away from your success. Success and failure are separated only by one decision. And if you think about that for a second, I could have passed on becoming part of Valentus last May of 2018. You could pass on becoming part of Valentus tonight and watch what happens over the course of the next 3 to 5 years, and then look back at this Zoom that you're on. So what I got exposed to last May was the intersection of these two big industries, coffee and weight loss, colliding, right? Over $170 billion industry. And, when I saw what Rick and Dave were putting together and had put together, I said, what an interesting product. Everybody drinks coffee and everybody's overweight. So how difficult will it be in order to share that product with everybody? Now, I was skeptical, I have to admit. I listened to a phone call that May, I think it was the 18th, 19th, or 20th, something like that. And I called Dave and Rick back after that call, and I said, hey guys, I really appreciate the call and the great testimonials and everything, but the product probably won't work for me. But I'm going to go ahead and order it anyway. I'll order a couple of canisters. I was looking for a weight loss solution. I had just become the fattest I had ever been in my life. I was flying around the world, eating too much, too often, and way too well, and frequently on airplanes for long flights, eating and watching movies and all of those things. And, they haven't got around to putting a gym on the airplanes yet. So I think that will happen one of these days. They've got showers and everything, but they haven't got around to putting a gym on there yet. So, so I ordered some coffee, and, much to my surprise, I found that coffee did work. Coffee did work. It worked so well, as a matter of fact, that I lost 9 pounds the first week, and I lost 18 pounds the first month. And I don't have to go into a whole explanation of what obesity does and the other, complications and everything. You guys all know that. I mean, we're all, adults here, and, it's diabetes and heart disease, and it just goes on and on and on. So we've taken all of our bad habits in America and have spread them around the world. They all have McDonald's and Kentucky Fried Chicken and all the fast food and everything else that we've been part of and eating for all of these years. So, guys, what I want to talk to you about is an income opportunity, and this is undoubtedly the best income opportunity I've looked at in my 30 years in this industry, and that's why I came out of being semi-retired. I didn't have to do this, don't have to do this, but what I found was a product that was just absolutely phenomenal. This is my good friend Dave Jordan. I've known Dave for about 8 years. He's an entrepreneur, world-class entrepreneur, I might add. And that is his building up in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I'm glad when I lost that weight, it was June and not January, because they have some brutal winters up there, and I probably wouldn't have made the trip. But, since it was June, I went up there, spent a couple of days with Dave, and did a forensic investigation of Valentus, because I wanted to make sure that if I pulled the trigger, I could count on the company continuing to do what they'd been doing for the last 4 years, and that was doing everything that they've been doing, shipping products, paying checks. They pay checks every Friday, and they were doing that and have been doing that on time and flawlessly for all of these years. The company will be 5 years old this July. It is July the 20th, I believe, is their birthday. They had millions of dollars in the bank. We're growing like crazy, and that's what I saw was going to happen when I visited up there last June in 2018. We have a global seamless compensation plan, which means that you can refer anybody in the world. Somebody asked me yesterday if Italy was going to be open. I just kind of snickered a little bit, and I said, are they in the world? Yes, they're in the world. Okay, so Italy, we can ship products there. You can refer people. You can sign up people in Italy or in Africa or in Hong Kong or in Korea or wherever, right? So we're shipping products globally. I can't say enough about the last little piece here, and that is the experience of the owner. When a person doesn't have experience in the industry of network marketing, regardless of what they've done in the past, I've seen billionaires come into this industry thinking that they were going to hit a home run and got chased out of the industry with their tail tucked up beneath their legs, right? And, billionaires. So it really doesn't matter what you've done in the past. If an owner doesn't have experience in the industry, and Dave had field experience, right? I mean, he had tremendous amount of field experience. In fact, most of the companies he was with were all startups. They all went out of business. So that's why he really started Valentus. I want you to just watch this, because it's all about, these Zooms that we do and the information that we share is all about cultivating your dream. Now, if you've got a dream, hold on to it, because we're going to find a way for you to get that dream accomplished. And I just think that this kind of sets up everything. So let you watch this.
In the Far East, they have something that's called the Chinese bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo tree takes 5 years to grow. They have to water and fertilize the ground where it is every day. And it doesn't break through the ground until the 5th year. But once it breaks through the ground, within 5 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall. Now the question is, does it grow 90 feet tall in 5 weeks or 5 years? The answer is obvious. It grows 90 feet tall in 5 years. Because at any time had that person stopped watering and nurturing and fertilizing that dream, that bamboo tree would have died in the ground. And I can see people coming out talking to a guy out there watering and fertilizing the ground that's not showing anything. Hey, what you doing? You've been out here a long time, man. And the conversation in the neighborhood is, you growing a Chinese bamboo tree, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Well, even Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder can see ain't nothing showing. So how long you been working on this? How long have you been working on your dreams? And you have nothing to show. This is all you got to show. People gonna do that to you. And some people, ladies and gentlemen, they stop. Because they don't see instant results. It doesn't happen quickly. They stop. Oh, no. You got to keep on watering your dream. That is not going to happen as quickly as you want it to happen. A lot of things are going to happen that will catch you off guard. And so therefore you've got to deal with and handle it as it comes. And not only that, but that faith and patience drives you into action. You've got to keep moving and keep plugging away. See, during those hard times, we didn't know how you're going to make payroll. During those times when you failed and things didn't work out, they were nowhere to be found. But you know what I discovered? When you're working at your dream, somebody said the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. Oh, it's sweet to you. It's good to you. Why? See, when it's hard and there's a struggle, see, what you become in the process is more important than the dream. That's far more important. The kind of person you become, the character that you build, the courage that you develop, the faith that you're manifesting. Oh, it's something that you get up in the morning, you look yourself in the mirror, you're a different kind of person. You walk with a different kind of spirit. And people know that you know what life is, that you have embraced life. You knew it was hard, but you did it hard.
Hey folks, I mean that video puts a smile on my face every time I show it, every time I watch it, and I watch it several times all week long. So, you know, what I want you to do is start living your dream, right? Live in your dream house, drive your dream car, go on your dream vacations, you know, and I know you'd like to make things different in your life, you know, so what's holding you back? It's time usually, you know, no free time, no time to do it. No money to do it, and of course fear, you know, always creeps in. So if you want your life to change, you've got to change. You've got to change some things in your life. You've got to be able to step out of your comfort zone and do something different. And that's what we're going to talk about. You know, you got to stop making excuses. If you're not living your dream, it's your fault. There's nobody else to blame except you. So, you know, this is, I mean, I grew up in the south side of Chicago in a one-bedroom basement apartment with 4 kids, you know, 4 brothers and sisters. Not fun. My dad died when he was 52 from being overworked. So it wasn't fun. I wanted to live a different kind of life, and I just had the burning desire to go out and do whatever it took for as long as it took in order for me to get where I needed to go. Now, have I given up sometimes? Absolutely. You know, I mean, I've given up, but then I pulled myself back up and dusted myself back off and, you know, moved on. So I'm going to encourage you to do exactly the same thing. You know, too many of us are not living our dreams because we're living our fears. So we're going to take our fears, wash them away, and, you know, I'll help you do all of those things if you'll allow me to do that. Hopefully this is not your life. The majority of people, unfortunately, it is their life. You know, they work 40, 50, 60 hours a year, you know, 40, 50, 60 hours a week, right? 50 weeks a year, and they're underpaid, overworked. They do just enough work so that their boss doesn't fire them, and their boss pays them just enough money so that they, you know, don't quit. So, I mean, that's how give and take that job is, right? Most people just don't like what they're doing, but they've got to do it. They spend 2,000 hours a year at a job that they hate. you know, that life-sucking job, right? You dread Mondays because Monday is the start of that work week. And oh my gosh, then by Wednesday, you're half done. And by Friday, you're celebrating, right? 2,000 hours a year for 40 years, your entire working career, right? 80,000 hours. I mean, that's unimaginable, right? 80,000 hours lifetime of work, you know, in something that you don't like. You know, that's like, you know, your earnings are based 100% on your own efforts. You have no leverage. You don't go to work. You don't get paid. You know, that's kind of nuts, quite frankly. And so what you've got to do is you've got to stop trading time for money. Now, I don't want you to go out and quit your job and do all of those things, but what I want you to do is sacrifice some other things to build a business for yourself while you have income, and continue to build a business for yourself so that one of these days you can kiss that job goodbye and continue on with your pursuit of your dream and being your own boss and working from home. I've been working from home now for over 30 years. Now, I thought I was my own boss when I owned an advertising agency. I wasn't. My clients were my boss. I was on an airplane all the time, and it was a nightmare, right? Too many employees. I got paid what was left over after everybody else got paid and all the bills got paid. So, like I said, stop trading time for money. You're never going to be wealthy working for somebody else. So you can take that to the bank, guys. Got to start your own business. A lot of tax advantages of starting your own business. You got to learn how to use leverage. I built groups of over 400,000 people just teaching people how to build a group of 10. I kept it very, very simple, still do today. I guess they call me old school, right? You know, but I still do it the same way today because it works. I build a group of 10 people. I help them do exactly the same. I have a group of 100 people. If those 100 people go out and spend 20 hours, you know, a week working, that's 2,000 hours they've just, you know, put into this business. And so my team, that small little team of 100, just did in a week what it would have taken me a year to do by myself. Now think about having a team of 10,000 or 100,000. Not that difficult. It's all just a matter of time. It's finding those people that want to do what you want to do and have a dream. So leverage is really the solution. John D. Rockefeller says it great, right? I'd rather have 1% off of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. Absolutely, positively. And this is the other part, residual income. I mean, when you really understand residual income, just like our Jonak says here, you'd walk through a brick wall to get it. Residual income, folks, are repeat sales, right? I mean, you know, we buy products, I buy products every month from the store, from, you know, all kinds of places that I like. And that's residual income to those businesses. And the same thing happens with this. People continue to buy our products because they like them, because they work, and they go about using them. And so that's why consumable products are the most effective products to use in network marketing. But I've never seen in my career a consumable product like the product that I was shown last May, right? The Optimum Coffee is the optimum product. So let me tell you the real reason why I joined. Yeah, yes, it was the product, and yes, it was the company, and yes, it was the compensation plan, and yes, it was the owner, and yes, it was because all of these things kind of lined up. But this is the real reason. You see, I've been with 3 companies that have gone into this mirage called momentum. And this mirage has catapulted me making millions of dollars when I caught a company at that phase of their growth. And every company, if they make it through the formulation or the startup phase, which only 2% of the companies do, and they make it through this concentration stage, they go into a momentum phase. And that momentum phase happens because of 2 factors. Lots of product stories of people telling everybody else that the product is awesome. and lots of income stories. Hey, you know, the guys over at Valentus are making a lot of money. And that's what drives a company into this momentum phase, right? And I call it a mirage because a lot of companies talk about it. A lot of companies talk about being in momentum or going into momentum, and they don't have a clue. I mean, they just don't have a clue. All the stars have got to line up. I mean, there's just so many components. I was talking to Dave Jordan today, and you know, he's talking about 125,000 square foot building he just got. He was talking about, you know, other things that are happening and that we're growing at over $1 million a month and more. So, you know, 7 million plus last month. That was June. Over $4.5 million increase in sales over the last 120 days. I predicted that in 2019 we'd have somewhere between 40 and $50 million in global sales, right? And we're right on target to hit those numbers. And then what I predicted was that in 2020 we'd have a 6 to 10 time growth factor. That's when we get here, guys. That's when this thing goes vertical. Or like John Horenza says, that's when the fish start jumping in the boat. Right now we're all fishing with a line. Some of us are fishing with a net. And pretty soon you won't need a line or a net. They'll just come jumping in the boat after you. So I've experienced that. Like I said, I was with one company. My check was a nice $50,000 a month. It almost overnight went to $250,000 a month. And I'll tell you what, it was one of those pinch me experiences that I never wanted it to end. But, you know, 2020 is going to be great. So the next 3 to 5 years are going to be fantastic. You know, we'll go from 40, 50 million to 400 million to 500 to 800 million to $1 billion. And then we'll get up here to this stability phase. And, you know, yes, it's still going to be a great opportunity when we're growing like this, but it won't be like it is today. You see that momentum has already started going, and we'll hit that critical mass. Dave and I were talking about probably hitting 10 million a month by September, if not September when we have our event in Orlando, but certainly by October coming out of that event. So I thought it was going to be a little bit after that, but I think he's right. So here's where we're at. There's the sweet spot, guys. And, you know, there's just not much distance between here and there. So you definitely want to get involved now and have a large team by the time we go into this momentum phase. So Dave is out there working 90 hours a week, you know, preparing for the growth that he and I both know are going to happen. So tipping point was May the 20th. That's when I joined. Was actually May the 20th. Here's our product line. We've got all kinds of products, about over 20 products now. I could spend the next half hour talking about the products, but I want you to go to valentusproducts.com and take a look at all of them. I'm going to stay focused on this product here. This is the canister of Slim Roast Optimum. It's got 30 scoops in it. It's $59.95. A cup of coffee is $2, but the cup of coffee has got a purpose. It's going to make you lose weight. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. If you drink this coffee, you're going to lose weight. The byproduct of our products and our company are happy people, right? I mean, this is really, in my opinion, our product line. I mean, we're about building people. And if we build happy people, the people take care of everything else. They'll move the product. They'll talk about the product. You see, we don't stock our product in stores. Each one of us is a store, and each one of us talks about the product every day, day in and day out, right? I mean, my T-shirt even talks about the product. So I mean, it's just, this is what we do. So you just got to come out of your shell. And it doesn't matter. Here's my sponsor, Rick. Here's my buddy, Mitch, who's a diamond. He's over in Maui right now having a good time. And Marianne and Charles and some of the crew over in Kenya. And so whether you're in Micronesia or in Maui or in Arkansas or in Texas or, you know, wherever in the world you are, now Korea and Mexico and Colombia and lots of other places, you know, it just doesn't matter. You can build an enormous business with Valentus. So, hey, let me let you hear from, this is a little call, an audio clip that I wanted you to hear about the products. Let me get that up for you. Go back. Sorry about that.
Hi, this is Scott. I live in Tacoma, Washington. Weight loss coffee? That's right. People all over the world are getting super excited about the results they're having, and it all started with the 6-day experience sample pack.
I've been on it 35 days, and I'm down 21 pounds.
Just me, myself, I've lost 5 pounds in less than a week. People across the board are having results.
There is nobody who isn't getting amazing results. I've lost 10 pounds in 12 days.
I'm down 28 pounds now. I made like $3,500 my first month in the business.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm down 11 pounds in 10 days.
I have now lost 36 pounds and 5 inches. In 90 days, I have made just over $10,000.
Started drinking 1 cup of Optimum the week of Thanksgiving, and over the holidays to date, I have lost 12 pounds, and I have made $5,400 in this awesome company.
So incredibly excited. I got to tell you, I lost 7.5 pounds in 14 days. The laser focus that it has given me is just, it's been incredible.
Wow, that was amazing. Coffee with benefits cheaper than Starbucks. $20 to your front door lets you experience the focus, the energy, and overall mood enhancement of Slim Roast Optimum. To find out more about the 6-day experience pack, please leave your name.
I mean, it's just happening all over the place. And I'm going to give you a website at the end of this that you can go and look at our testimonials. We've got a Facebook page up where people are posting and posting and posting. You know, now it's just an avalanche of postings that are happening on a daily basis. It's just absolutely amazing. And this little video clip is really going to show you how the product works. You know, it doesn't work like every other weight loss product, like the keto diet and so many other things. It works neurologically, right? It works on your brain. And so I'm going to play this for you so you begin to understand just how powerful this all-natural dark roast coffee that is patented works.
Introducing another innovative product from Valentus, Slim Roast Optimum Dark Roast Coffee. A great tasting neurologic coffee for optimum performance. Slim Roast Optimum is your logical daily solution to weight management. It's weight management with a neurological purpose. What if your brain had the ability to block unhealthy cravings? It doesn't matter if you've failed in your weight loss efforts in the past. You can do it this time by crushing your cravings. Your appetite is controlled by your cravings, and these cravings are controlled by your brain. Slim Roast Optimum helps everyone make smarter choices by blocking unhealthy craving signals in the brain. This uniquely formulated neurologic system is a Valentus Slim Roast Optimum exclusive. These neurologic nutrients nourish and reset brain receptor sites responsible for alertness, memory, focus, feeling full, metabolic functions, emotional balance, crave and hunger triggers, and much more. For the first time, you'll be able to crush your cravings while increasing your energy. Your body will learn to metabolize fat into energy while helping it regulate blood sugar. Slim Roast Optimum makes it easy to maintain a good mood, stay focused, and keep you going. By drinking Slim Roast Optimum Dark Roast Coffee, you are in control. And the best part is, it tastes great. Sip some today.
So like I said, that's what happened. You know, I mean, the coffee got to me, and you know, it was, I knew that something was going on with my very, very first cup. I mean, I could feel something happening, and it was the energy. Now, I didn't get any heart, you know, palpitations. My heart rate didn't increase. You know, none of those crazy things. I mean, only 100 milligrams of caffeine. It wasn't resetting my metabolism or doing any other crazy thing. It was shutting off things. My appetite went away. My cravings went away. And now I have no cravings to eat pastas and breads and, you know, all those other things that I loved before. Now I eat lots of things that I never ate before. And I now crave those things. So it's kind of nuts. So are you ready to get started? I guess that's the question. The journey to a new, different, and more exciting life starts right now if you want to. It's really up to you. So this is one of my toys, and this is a friend of mine that put this together, before coffee and after coffee. But let's talk about getting started. There's 4 ways to join. I'm just going to focus on one because that's really only the way. I mean, it's the best way, and in my opinion, it's the only way. Yes, you can start at the basic, the starter, or the advanced, but you miss out on the legacy bonus. You see where that says no, 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 and the dual team match, right? And the global bonus pool, you miss out on those things. You look at these things down here that are in red, the business builder package. Hey, a $600 investment to start a global business in weight loss coffee and other incredible products. I mean, just absolutely incredible products. And so I'm going to not, give you a whole explanation of the compensation plan. I'll tell you where you can go find that. But, one-time activation fee of $20 to become a Valentus rep, no annual fee. And in the back office, I mean, there's landing pages and videos and systems and our power line system and all of those things. So, so there it is. I mean, I tell people let's get started. It's $575.95, and you get 350 samples, and I show them exactly what to do with those samples. There's 7 ways to get paid. If you start with that business builder pack. Retail commissions, fast start bonuses, $20 to $200. The legacy coded bonus, which is very cool. The dual team commissions up to $100,000 per week. $100,000 per week. Don't miss that. Dual team match, the 1% global bonus pool, which is a shared pool, and then a car bonus that starts at diamond and goes up. So my car bonus is now $1,000 a month, and in exchange for that, I have a Range Rover that the company is paying for. So, hey, what I'd like to show you is these stats. I mean, these stats, and I'd like to show this because of the average monthly income. This comes from the company. They know exactly, at what rank, people earn. And so, not very difficult to get to diamond, although it is, the first hurdle, right, is diamond. 3 personally enrolled emeralds and $15,000 in volume on both legs, right? So you're making between $3,000 and $6,000 a month. Double diamond, $75,000 to $12,500. Triple diamond, $15,000 to $30,000 a month. There are 4 triple diamonds in the company, right? And I just got that from Rick yesterday. And I was the one that hit triple diamond here in 2019. So it's early. It's early. Blue diamond is where I'm going next, right? 250,000 in volume on each leg. 33,000 to 75,000. You see a little bit of a jump, right? A little bit of a jump, and I'll show you what that is. What I love about this business is leverage, right? Leverage. You get paid when you don't go to work. You get paid when you don't go to work. Who likes that? Yes, probably everybody, right? This is what makes this industry so exciting. I ask people all the time, can you enroll 1 person a month and teach them to do the same? They all go, yes, of course. Yeah, 1 person a month, to buy a business builder package, share the story. So it's just a matter of calling friends, sending out samples to them, and then enrolling them. And I kept it real, toned down because most people get better results than, 1 out of 10, that's only 10%. We're getting a 20, 25, 30% conversion. So, but if you do this, here's how that plays out, right? month 1 through 12, here's you, 1 a month, right? So all you did over the course of a year, put in 12 people. Your team, however, put and grew to over 4,000 people. 4,000 people. All you did was put in 10 and help them do exactly the same, put in 12 and help them do exactly the same thing. So that's what leverage does. So put together another little chart that I wanted to show you because we are a two-team plan, right? We're called a dual team. And so what I did is I took 3, right? 2 on one side and 1 on the other side. And everybody does that. Everybody just puts in 3 people every month, right? So you put in your 3 people, let's say it happens in July. In August, your 3 people go and put in their 3 people. So now you've got a total of your 3 and 9, right? And I told you about that cycle bonus and the legacy bonus. I'll explain some of that here in a little bit. It's just a matter, you know, these 6 go get their 3. These then up here go on loyalty purchase. They continue to buy product on a monthly basis. That's the backbone of this business, right? Those monthly loyalty purchase that repeat sales. And those 18 go out and get their 54. Those 54 go out and get their 3, right? Now you've got 162 and 486. And then, you know, your 7th month, you've got 2,187 people that have joined your team just that month by everybody going to get 3. Now, as you see, your income has escalated, you know, not, you know, too quick, but certainly quickly enough, you know, that in your 7th month, you hit Blue Diamond and you've got, you've cycled 1,098 times. $20 times 1,098 is almost 22 grand for the month, right? I told you about that legacy bonus. If you only sponsored 3, then that legacy bonus, which is $100 on every business builder pack, would pay to your sponsor. Your sponsor would love you, right? I mean, that's just how it happens. If you sponsor person 4, 5, and 6, and of course you can go and sponsor as many people as you want. I recommend sponsoring all the time, but you sponsor 4, 5, and 6, those legacy bonuses would be coming to you. So very cool. And I'll show you where you can see all of this. My documentation, I want to show you what happened to me. This is my income, my very first check, right? And May the 18th through the 24th, like I said, I signed up on the 20th, so it wasn't quite a full week. I made a whole $724. Most of that was from my efforts, right? Fast start bonuses. I cycled 7 times. 7 times 20 is $140. I got a match of a whole $4. So somebody in my group made $80. I made 20%. I made $4. Now, so a year later, right? A year later, still fast start bonuses, about the same. The dual team, I'm maxed out. I can, at my triple diamond status, I can only cycle 400 times, right, in a week. So 400 times 20 is $8,000. My match has gone up considerably. My legacy bonus is $1,100. So let me just tell you, I worked harder for the $724 because I was all by myself than I did for this check, right? Because I had lots of other people helping, right? Makes sense, right? Okay. So almost 225 grand for the first 12 months. You know, it's only going to get better. If I didn't do any better than this for the rest of the year, right, for the next 52 weeks, that's over $500,000 worth of income. So I'm predicting that my income will be somewhere in the $800,000 range for my second year in the business. So here's a question for you. And this is the $64 million question. If there was a chance that a $600 investment and 10, 12, 15 hours, some kind of part-time effort over the next 3 to 5 years, not 3 to 5 months, but the next 3 to 5 years could produce a 6 or 7 figure annual income, Is that something you'd be interested in exploring? Then I just wait for that answer. I ask people that question all the time. And if they say yes, I go, well, great, let's get started. You know, no time to waste, right? So in J. Paul Getty's book, How to Get Rich, his first rule to success was that you've got to be in business for yourself. And this sets you up in a global business, right? There's no way on the planet you can start a global weight loss coffee business with other products that Dave has invested millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars into. If this was a franchise, it'd cost you 50 grand, and hands down, right? But it's the unfranchise, right? $600, which is all product, $20 to become a distributor. So, you know, if you don't want the next 10 years to be like the last 10 years, then now is the time to do something different. So look back, how long ago? 2009 was just a blip, right? I was looking at some YouTube video from 1993 when we had a car in the Indianapolis 500 and brought back some old memories. I'll share that with everybody one of these days. But you know, if you don't want the next 10 years to be like the last 10 years, do something different. So, you know, what I want you to do is get back to the person that thought enough about you to invite you onto this Zoom to spend 30 minutes with me and just let them know what you feel and how you feel. If you haven't tried the coffee, you got to try the coffee. You got to get hooked on the coffee. I mean, if you're a coffee drinker and you're overweight, now, if you're not a coffee drinker, that's okay. We've got a hot chocolate. We've got a cocoa that is just, will knock your socks off. So, you know, go ahead and try that. It's wonderful. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you? Are you one of these? This is what I want, right? Just, hey, turn me loose. I'm ready to go. After I went up to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and I saw what I saw, I knew that this company was going to go into this, you know, huge growth, whether or not I got involved. And I said, hey, I want to come along. I want to come along for this ride. So tell them, tell your sponsor that you're a 10. You want to buy a business builder package and you want to get started. And thank you very much for pointing me in this direction. Hey, if you're one of these people, you got some questions, let's get them answered. You know, if your sponsor, your enroller can't answer them, find me. I'll get them answered for you, right? And the other one is, hey, maybe this is not for me. And you know what? I never try to convince anybody that it is for you. I tell people just like it is, right? That if it's not for you, it's not for you. Then, you know, just do something else. So, you know, but, you know, I'm here to have funny, have funny money, have fun, make money, and help people. So, you know, here's my good friend Marshall Silver. Marshall is just finishing up a Turning Point event out in Las Vegas that started on Tuesday and today and tomorrow. Amazing guy, diamond, almost double diamond. Now he'll make double diamond here shortly, but just an amazing guy. When you see his background and where he came from, he was far worse off than I was when I grew up. I mean, it's an amazing story, and you know where his life is now. And you would think, well, why would a guy who's got a 17,000 square foot house in Las Vegas be interested in doing something like this? Because he knows that this company is going to go to the hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars in sales, and he can make residual income without having to work. That's why he got involved. And plus the fact that he's now lost 40 pounds, right? He saw me losing weight and he said, Chuck, how in the world are you doing that? I sent him some product and he said, hey, I'm in. So anyway, Marshall will give you 2 tickets to his Turning Point event if you buy a business builder package. All you've got to do is have your sponsor contact me. I will in turn register you, and you'll have 2 tickets waiting for you anytime you want to go to one of the Turning Point events in 2019. The other thing is I'm also going to give you a $500 almost in, you know, exchange here, right? You spend $600, I'm going to make sure that you save $500 on any travel that you do. any hotel that you book. If you're used to booking through Expedia, Priceline, and all of those people, those are retail sites. You're never going to have to pay retail if you go to travelsavings.com. I'll give you, again, have your sponsor contact me. We'll get you registered for Turning Point, and I'll get you out a $500 travel discount code so that you can go over and save $500. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. This company, 58 million members, and been around for 15 years. So it's just not out there in the public. So they can do some incredible rates. Our next event is in Orlando down here, September 5th, 6th, 7th. And of course, calls, we've got a call tomorrow night. I think they're going to have a call tomorrow night. I'm not going to have any webinars or Zooms tomorrow. I'm going to take that night off. We usually do have one on Thursday, but we're going to skip Thursday night so everybody can enjoy time with their family. We're going to spend time with our family talking about how much weight we've lost and how we've lost it. And so, I mean, that's what I'm going to do. I would highly suggest that you do the same thing. I want you to come to Orlando. I mean, you're going to be blown away. Your belief will skyrocket, and you'll go out of there, on fire. And so come to Orlando, build your belief, and, you'll never be the same person again. So get over to Valentus. I'm going to give you websites. I want you to copy these down. IamTeamValentus.com, great website. John Horenza talks about the compensation plan, all kinds of information on there. Great website. Definitely want you to go there. So I'll just leave that sitting there. TravelSavingsDollars.com. Go take the test drive. Look at the rates that are available for you and the discounts. FBTestimonials.info. That's our Facebook page, right? FBTestimonials.info, and then of course go to ValentusCalls.com. Now, if you drink coffee too late and you're up at 2 o'clock in the morning and you don't see anything good on TV, go search for my YouTube channel, and you'll see myself and Rocky up there, so you'll know you're on the right page. And go watch some of the videos. There's lots and lots and lots of videos up there that we've posted over the course of the last 12, 13 months. So with that, hey, I hope you enjoyed the presentation. I enjoy it immensely, and it is longer than I expected it to be, but oh well. It's you guys have a safe 4th of July. Don't get out there and get in any trouble. And if you're like we are, those baby boomers, I stay out of the crowds, and so I'll watch the fireworks from a distance. But I've seen them plenty of times before. So watch the parade, have a good time with your family, enjoy the barbecues. I know a lot of people won't work Friday, then they won't work Saturday, and they won't work Sunday, but I will be. So if you need me, you can always get me. So with that, God bless everybody. Thanks for joining me here this evening. And it's always a pleasure. I always like to shut that off and come back and look at the smiling faces here for a second. So, hey guys, we'll see you all again very shortly. And with that, have a happy 4th of July. See you later, everybody.